Today is a day to remember and acknowledge the lifetime of a gardener who turned the tiny bud named Lotus, which bloomed to its full potential under his untiring efforts, love, care, and devotion. This is the story of our founder, Dr. K. Sundaramoorthy. He was the chairman of Lotus Group of Hospitals. He was founder of Lotus Bosch and Lomb Optometry. He was founder of Lotus School of Ophthalmic Nursing. He was the managing trustee of Lotus Vision Research Trust.
Dr. Sundaramoorthy was born to Mr. Kalyanan Gaunda and Mrs. Chinnamma on 21st August 1944 in Kugalur village, Gobichetipalayam.
He hailed from an agricultural background and had to discontinue his primary education due to financial constraints. He spent 5 precious years of his childhood life working in farms, helping his father. And that was the time a small boy surrendered his wishes and dreams to his circumstances. But the destiny had much greater plans for him. One day, on his way to meet a veterinary doctor for his cattle, he noticed a school entrance exam advertisement and tried his luck with the last penny he had. He came out with flying colors, and one of the noble teachers recognized his potential and convinced his parents to let him continue his studies. And that was the day there was no turning back. He was a top scholar and indeed a capable leader since childhood. He completed MBBS from Stanley Medical College, Chennai with distinction in the year 1971. He did his MS in ophthalmology from Madurai Medical College in the year 1980. Subsequently, he was chosen as one of the first few vitreoretina surgeons of the country for the training by none other than the founder of Shankar Nethralaya, Chennai, Dr. Badrinath. Destiny then took him to even much greater heights, London, and he became a part of Royal College of Surgeons in the United Kingdom. He was a renowned consultant to various ophthalmic institutes in the United Kingdom, such as Sunderland Eye Infirmary, Guy's and St. Thomas Hospital, London. He was also a visiting fellow at Harvard Institutes in the United States of America. After 40 years of hard work and persistence, he emerged as a renowned ophthalmic surgeon, a dedicated teacher, philanthropist, orator, and a social worker. He was the founder of Centers of Excellence in eye care. He committed himself with a vision to become the world's leading eye care provider with happy and satisfied patients. Then he started laying the foundation of his dreams and established his first eye care center in the form of a small clinic at Puram. In 1992, he started the Lotus Vision Research Trust. In 2002, he started one of the major eye care centers of the city at AVINASHI Road. After 2 years, in 2004, the service was extended to Salem. And that was a time that Lotus also became one of the listed entity in Indian Stock Exchange. In 2007, service was extended to Tirupur. Following year, after realizing the need of eye care in the center of the city, RS Puram branch was unveiled by none other than Jaggi Vasudeva. The year 2010 saw the exponential growth of Lotus and added another branch at Salem and a new branch at Metropolitan. In 2011, Lotus expanded its wings to the neighboring state, Kerala, at Cochin. Cochin has two very successful running centers serving the community. Dr. Sundaramoorthy sir made sure that academia is not compromised at any cost in Lotus. That is the reason that Lotus became a certified center by the National Board of Examination, New Delhi. It is a certified center from Bosch & Bloom for the optometry, and it is a center for International College of Ophthalmologists ICU training and a center of excellence for subspecialty fellowships. In line with academia, he organized various scientific meetings, and the topmost was a conference on a cruise, which was unheard of, and it is still fresh in the memories of many ophthalmologists. We are all proud that Dr. Sundaramoorthy was one of the very early successful phacosurgeons of this country. And he was the pioneer in bringing newer technologies to India, such as LASIK, EP-LASIK, supracore, sutureless cataract surgery, and recently touch-free LASIK surgery. Dr. Sundaramoorthy sir was committed to offer his services to the underprivileged group. He did that through his outreach program, such as Golden Eye Care Services for senior citizens, Crystal Clear Vision Project for knitting industry workers, a project for diabetics, Ilam Velagai for school and college students. He was an elite member of various ophthalmic societies across the globe, including American Academy of Ophthalmology and European Society of Cataract and Refractive Surgery. Dr. Sundaramoorthy sir was awarded by various national and international organizations. However, the highlight was the Limca Book of Records for conducting the first International Ophthalmic Conference on the Arabian Sea. This is also the time to pay our gratitude to the beautiful person late Mrs. Kalaivani, his soulmate for 23 years. Dr. Sundaramoorthy is survived by 3 children, Dr. Kavita, Sangeeta, and Dr. Rajkumar. We all believe what Lord Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita. The soul migrates from body to body. Weapon cannot cleave it, nor fire consume it. nor water drench it, nor wind dry it. On the same line, quoting Maya Angelou, a great soul serves everyone all the time. A soul never dies. It brings us together.
First of all, thank you for taking time out of your day to join us on this occasion. It is with a mixture of gladness in my heart and sadness and sorrowness in my heart that I come to this meeting, since it's our first annual general body meeting without my father, the founder of this company.
No audio, no? Kavita?
Can you all hear me?
Yeah, madam, you can proceed, madam. You are audible.
Okay.
You can proceed.
As I said, I'm coming here with a heavy heart, but also gladness to see everybody. That my father, for the first time, is missing from the annual general body meeting. He is the founder of the company and the #1 fan of Lotus Eye Care. I want to start by sharing a couple of stories from his childhood and his the years that I saw him. When he was a young boy, you guys saw in the Homage that he actually had to take several years off from his studies to be a shepherd because his parents could not afford his education. By some fortunate series of events, he was able to return to school. But I remember him telling me that even after returning to school, he would have to work in the fields early in the morning and late at night. And only after 10 o'clock at night could he study or do his homework. And he was a young boy, really maybe 10, 11 years old. He would take a kerosene lamp and sit outside after the whole family had gone to sleep and would be studying and finishing his homework. And still he graduated from that school with the highest honors of the entire school. His record is still there in his school in Gobi-Chettipalayam. The other moment that I remember is when he first started Lotus. And I was a teenager, and I remember him giving the welcome speech for Lotus Eye Care when it was opening. And I saw my father crying for the very first time in my entire life. I'd never seen him cry. And he cried as he was recounting his struggles and why he was starting Lotus and how much he wanted to contribute to this society, to other patients, and while describing his passion and ambition for Lotus. That was a big moment for me, and I often think about that. And the final thing that I want to say is on his deathbed, when he was struggling, when he was in a lot of pain with multiple complications happening, one of his major concerns was Lotus Eye Care. And he said to me that the staff and the shareholders and the institution itself has been his life partner after my mother passed away 25 years ago. He did not remarry. In fact, I think he remarried Lotus. Lotus and its shareholders and the staff have been his companion. And the thing that he most loved after his children. So I wanted to let you all know that even on his deathbed, he said to me that he worries and wants the best for you all. So from my father, who was a great legend, as you all know, I learned the value of hard work. Not because he told me, but because I saw him live it every single day. He was such an ethical, straightforward, and humble, very, very humble. He didn't need many comforts at all. He was a very hard worker, and I'm very honored to have had him as my father, and to now be the chairman of the institution that was his life partner for the last 25 years. I want to end by reading a poem that I read during his memorial in Coimbatore right after he passed away that meant a lot to many of us. The poem is by Mary Elizabeth Fry, and it says, "Do not stand at my grave and weep. I am not there, I do not sleep. I am 1,000 winds that blow. I am the diamond glints on snow. I am the sun on ripened grain. I am the gentle autumn rain. When you awaken in the morning's hush, I am the swift, uplifting rush of quiet birds in circled flight. I am the soft stars that shine at night. Do not stand at my grave and cry. I am not there. I did not die." So with that, his spirit is very much here right now in this meeting with us all, and he is constantly the driving force behind what we as a company, as the board, and as the chairman of the board, and as the management, everything that we strive to do is to further his mission to make Lotus a wonderful institution and pass on the legacy to patients, staff, and you shareholders. Thank you very much.